Off to a good start. Hey everyone. I mean, there's one here yet, but I'm live and I have to do something the granny way. I have to go to my channel to find my own link for my live stream. Sorry guys, bear with me. I'm still trying to figure out how to use some of these things because I want to share my live stream. Sorry guys, hold on. Okay, there's me. I want to talk today about what happened. It's absolutely huge what happened in Canada. I just have to share this so that everybody can see it. And this is the best I could do. But I've got like huge news for you guys. I'm just going to post it on Facebook. Give me a second. Yeah, major news today. Trudeau did a complete 180. Well, almost. Actually, it's not 100% 180. Hold on a second. Let's see if is there anybody here yet. Oh, hi guys. Hi Beverly. Hi Dvorak. Hi Michelle. Hi. So nice to see you guys. I'm sorry about like the weird start here. Temporary measure, yeah. Sorry about the weird start here, but I have to do one more thing to let my patrons know that I'm here. Because when you set up your live, then it says done. But one time I pressed the done button and then like the live stream was gone and I couldn't figure out how to retrieve it. Sorry. Technologically challenged. I didn't know how to retrieve it and then I had to like start a new one. So maybe somebody wants to give me some tips sometime. That would be cool. But for now, I'm sorry. I just have to post it on Patreon, tell everybody that I'm live. And you guys know I talk for a while, so don't worry. There'll be time to come in and I'll have time to talk, even if I have to bumble around a bit at the beginning. Sorry, I have to say talk amongst yourselves for just a minute, please. All right, so like super last minute notice. So the thing was like I was not able to. I made a video, but I wasn't able to edit it and everything today. Maybe I'll tell you why, or maybe not. I don't know. I couldn't do all that, so I was like, I'm just gonna go live because it's really big news. I want you all to know what happened and how it happened. It's so crazy. Like Trudeau is so deranged. I cannot even believe we have this maniac as our prime minister. Like, how is it even possible? How is it even possible he can do what he does and still be in office instead of like, I don't know, jail or something? How is it possible? I'll post it one more place. All right. Oh, hey. Wow. Okay, so I just came back. Hi. Oh my God, it's so nice to see you. You guys are the best. I feel like my camera is like really bad. And like, I see other people live streaming with great cameras, but I'm just using the integrated cam. Hi, Liza Jean in Niagara. Oh my God, I want to go to Niagara one day. It looks so cool. Hi, Claire. Hi, Barb in Kingston. Hi. Hi, Zippy Duda. Zippy Duda. Oh my God, you guys. So like I found out about this last night. I've got some links open. I'm just gonna refer to them and just make my life easy, take the easy way out. So the Gazette had said Canada to end COVID-19 vaccine mandate for domestic travel. I was like, am I hallucinating? Wait, is this fake news? I could hardly believe it. They were going to make an announcement today. And I was like, wait, something's going to happen. And they're going to be like, sorry, no, we changed our minds. I couldn't believe it. I mean, really, but I'm sure that this isn't permanent. So let me tell you what it actually entails in case you don't know. Yes, they did a 180, but like I said before, it's not a real 180 because there's still stuff in there. And It's not all gone, and I'm sure they'll bring it back. So well, I don't really need to refer to this, but just in case I forget. So starting June 20th, the requirement for domestic and outbound international travelers to be fully vaccinated will be dropped. So that's in 6 days. Oh, but good luck if you need a passport. Oh my God. I heard people are literally hiring people to go and stand in line. Yes, Markintosh suspending, not terminating. Yes, exactly. Guten Abend, Marine Vogel. I hope I can go to Germany. Actually, that's what I want to do. Yeah, people have been literally hiring uh, people. There's something, it's called TaskRabbit, where you can hire people to do whatever you need done that you don't want to do, and they're hiring people to stand in line for them at the passport office because it could take like 12 hours. And people are making good money. They're charging like $20 an hour to stand in line to wait, and then when the person shows up, oh, monkeypox. Oh my God. Yeah, we'll talk about that too. Then when the person shows up, they just take their place in line. So, like, heads up if you want to make some money. This is an idea for Anita, TaskRabbit. She could be the TaskRabbit for the passport office. So let me go back to that before I lose my train of thought. Foreign nationals coming to Canada will still be required to be vaccinated under the new rules unless they meet the criteria for exemption, which, as you know, are very few and very strict. Let's see what else. So, unjobbed citizens still have to, when you're returning, you're required for proof of a negative PCR test taken within 72 hours of your flight, or a negative antigen test taken the previous day. But the test has to be either administered or observed by a pharmacy, lab, healthcare entity, or telehealth service. I mean, Trudeau didn't want to just be like, yeah, let's just drop the whole thing, because he's the kind of guy, he always has to be right. Doesn't matter how wrong he is. Hi, Dev. You're welcome. Doesn't matter how wrong he is. It's like some kind of personality defect. I mean, this is a terrible quality, or I should say liability, to have in a leader. Somebody who, whatever it is that they come up with, they just don't know when to say, okay, I made a mistake, or okay, it's time to move on. It's time to change plans. Just, yes. And he got the COVID again. He just had it on the 31st of January. Remember, sorry, my son is making caveman noises. He had it at the 31st of January. And remember, they were having those trucker protests. And Aaron O'Toole was saying, as the prime minister's own positive test shows after being fully vaccinated and boosted, that it's not a guarantee. Da 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 da. We need the clown music. And you see Trudeau up there, and it's just like his face was like on a monitor because he was in quarantine. Yes, he's had it twice this year, like in the last 5 months. And I'm pretty sure he had his second booster. I mean, because he's a great role model for us. So if he's telling us, get all your boosters, I mean, I don't know if he had it, but he's at least had one booster. But he had it at 31st of January. Yes, I'm live. Hi, Psoriasis channel. Nice to see you. Yeah, live for real this time. It's not just a live chat. He had it January 31st. He has it again now. And what did he tell the press? I have it here. Wait, where did I put it? Yes, it's right here. Okay, it was on CBC. Always refer to the reliable mainstream media. Justin Trudeau on Twitter. I've tested positive for COVID-19. You have to say it like Justin Trudeau. I've tested positive for COVID-19. I'll be following public health guidelines and isolating. I feel okay, but that's because I got my shots. So if you haven't, get vaccinated. And if you can, get boosted. I mean, like, I get it. I get it that you feel okay and you want to make sure that we're all okay, but it's kind of ironic though. Like, you had it twice in 5 months. I don't know. Like, not exactly the best ad for the boosters, but whatever. Let's protect our healthcare system, each other, and ourselves. I mean, look, it could be a great ad for the vaccine, the fact that he feels good, but it's not a good ad for mandates. because the whole premise of the mandates was to stop variants from coming in, stop people from spreading it. I mean, clearly Justin Trudeau is not a shining example of how well that works. I mean, really, it's so crazy. Isn't it insane? The freaking guy, man. He's got the COVID a second time. What was in those shots? Eh? Remember, he got quite a kick out of it. Is he sure it was the COVID vaccine? Supposedly it was, right? He seems to get COVID a lot. You don't believe he has COVID? Come on, why would he say he has it? It's like the most embarrassing thing in the world. The Western country with the strictest rules. I mean, I don't like. There's China, yes. I don't know what all the world is doing. I don't know if there's some other countries where they won't let you take transportation or leave the country if you're not jabbed. But I'm pretty sure that out of the Western countries, we have the most draconian rules. Well, what's left of them? And the leader of our great free nation comes down with a Rona. I mean, seriously, I get a bit of Schadenfreude, you could say. Oh my God. So, okay. So, yes, you still have to test. And okay, here's the really crappy part though. Unvaccinated travelers will also be subject to a COVID-19 test on arrival. The test may be done on site at an airport, blah, blah, blah. Or you might be given a kit to test at home. Oh, well, that's nice. Oh, no. Aaron's calling me. Wait, I'm sorry. Aaron, I'm live right now. Wait, hold on a second. You guys, he just called me in the middle of a live stream. He wants to know if I have cookies. Don't forget, go and sub to his channel, Police State Radio. He got hacked, but he's back on the air. Yes, I have cookies. Come and get them. Okay, bye. Oh my God, Aaron. I just told him 5 minutes ago I'm going live. Yeah, it's funny, eh? That's Aaron. What a barbarian. Yeah, I'll say hi for you. Oh, I love Aaron. He's such a doll. Anyway, here's the bad news. Like, here's the worst of the news. Upon arrival, unvaccinated travelers must also quarantine for 14 days. Like, what for? I mean, I understand you're following the science, Justin Trudeau, but I'm starting to think it's political science because the rest of the world doesn't do this, right? Actually, I'll tell you what's behind this because I know. Must quarantine for 14 days and take another COVID-19 test on day 8 of quarantine. And they'll also still be doing a bit of random testing. Masks still mandatory above all flights and interprovincial trains. Ugh, can you imagine being on a train for like 12 hours with a mask on? Oh my God. I think I would have a meltdown. I think I really would. I'm looking at your comments. Probably got it at Davos. No, maybe he got it from Gavin Newsom when he went down to California. He's been incubating it for a couple of weeks. Gavin Newsom, he had it too, like at the end of May. Another poster child. I'm just looking at your comments here. Blame the useless eaters. It's our fault. Well, they're saying, they don't want to get rid of it because what if there's another variant? Like, it's only vaccinated people who bring variants in, right? So really, okay. So yes, punished with 14 days, but at least you get to leave the country. Yay. Thank you, dear leader. Okay, here's the thing. The ArriveCAN app, Canadian government will continue to require inbound travelers to enter their health information, quarantine plan, and proof of vaccination. I mean, like, I really get it. Like, seriously, like when you're dealing with an epidemic, you have to contact trace. You have to do this kind of stuff. But the thing is, like, this stuff is absolutely everywhere. I was having lunch with some friends, and then after I had the lunch, one of our friends messages us all, and she's like, oh, by the way, I have COVID. I mean, you can't tell. She looks totally fine. She's vaccinated. And I mean, really, like, I'm sure that absolutely every time I take the bus, every time I go to a restaurant, like, it's everywhere. So, I mean, look, I don't want YouTube to get mad at me. I'm not saying that our dear leader is wrong. Oh my God, what? Aaron, is that you? No, Gunnar, I'm live.
Oh, you have cookies for Aaron?
Oh, Gunnar wants cookies too.
No, Aaron wants cookies.
They're in the underneath on the fridge side.
Okay.
You can come in after if you want. Just be a good boy. So where was I? I mean, yes, I understand our dear leader has all our best interests at heart, but I mean, at this point, listen, even Bill Gates himself, okay? And YouTube loves Bill Gates. Everybody loves Bill Gates. He's like the lead authority on everything. And at the World Economic Forum conference, he himself said, "What is the point of having mandates and vaccine passports if the vaccine doesn't prevent infection and transmission? Because it only lowers the risk of infection for a time, and that's pretty much it." So somebody who's had it 6 months ago or whatever, I mean, what are you going to do? Give them a shot every 6 weeks? Anyway, it was Bill Gates who said it. It was not me. I mean, I was going to make like an actual edited video, and I can show you the clip of Bill Gates. He said it. I mean, look, if Bill's not on board, then, it can't be that good. If it was any good, he'd be all in. Yes, and that's another thing, Michelle, yeah, what you said. Okay, so let me recap a little bit in case you don't know. We had complete disaster at the airports. So between the ArriveCAN, the testing, and the vaccine passport. Oh, hi, Jeff. Yeah, I'm okay. How are you? I've been thinking of you. Nice to see you. Well, between all those things, the delays at the airport were so insane, and the mandates for the staff, because like a lot of them quit or they're on leave. I mean, they say it's only what 1.5% that are on leave or something, but a lot of them quit. So they weren't put on paid leave simply because they abandoned their jobs. No, Facebook. So the end result is the airports are totally short staffed, and especially they're short staffed because of all this extra bureaucracy they have to deal with now. So the end result is you've got people sleeping in airports. You've got flights canceled left and right. I mean, there were so many flights. Now, like, I don't want you to quote me, but I remember seeing the actual numbers, and I mean, it was something very, very low before. It was like a couple of percent, and it's like a large percent. I don't remember the number exactly, but it was something like it went from like 2% to like 20 something. I mean, don't quote me, but it's gone up like 10 times. And even the entry at the land border coming back uh, with with the ArriveCAN, it used to take an average of 38 seconds to go through the border. Can you believe it? I mean, it was literally just like, "Hi, can I see your passport? Where are you going? What's the purpose of your visit?" Off you go. And now it takes like 38 minutes. It's literally 10 times longer per person. So, like you end up with like huge, huge, huge delays. That's just the land border and the airport. It's crazy. So there was this, everybody's complaining, right? Everybody's posting their stuff on social media, even, important people, whatever, celebrities, everybody's complaining, like from the smallest to the most VIP, the VIPs. So this is a guy called Ryan Whitney. He used to play for like the Pittsburgh Penguins hockey, and he had posted on Twitter, "I live at Toronto Pearson International Airport, the worst place on earth. I smell so bad." He posted that, and it was sort of scandalous. I guess when somebody that important says it, then it makes some waves, right? So he called it the biggest disgrace known to man. Our airports are a disaster. And like I said, the passport thing is because a lot of people are trying to get out of here. And the whole passport thing is just a complete disaster. Like there are people who put their applications in March, they haven't even heard a word. That's if you send it by mail. If you show up in person, you have to wait overnight in front of the passport office. I mean, come on, it's like third world here. Seriously. No offense to the third world. But it's like really lacking infrastructure is what it feels like. So The travel industry has been calling to remove the mandates for months. The WestJet CEO even posted on Twitter that, what did he say? Let me see. This was Alexis von Hohensbroek. He said vaccine mandates for air travelers and employees need to be dropped. As vaccines are not preventing the spread of the virus since Omicron, there is no more logic to maintain it. This will also relax some of the operational challenges at the airports. So he basically said exactly what Bill Gates said. And you imagine, like, these companies are forced to not let people on if they don't have the proof. And so in response to that, oh wait, no, it came after. There's IATA, the International Air Transport Association. They were also putting pressure on the Canadian government. They were saying, well, if you're not going to get rid of the mandates, at least get rid of some of the other stuff or figure something out. And then the Conservatives, the MP Melissa Lantsman, she had put forth a motion to abolish the vaccine mandates. And it was struck down because we have this sort of coalition now. The Liberals plus the NDP, because of their confidence and supply agreement. So the Liberals, I mean, the NDP have just become an extension of the Liberals. So no matter what the Conservatives do, it doesn't matter. So we basically don't have democracy right now. Yeah, and the transport minister, right. So we don't really have a functioning democracy. It's like it's like a kangaroo court, but parliament equivalent. So that was struck down. And then the transport minister, Omar Al-Gabra, he was saying, oh, but it's bad everywhere and we're going to make some changes. We're not going to get rid of the mandates, but we're going to do different things. And they came up with more bureaucracy. And then they were going to get rid of the testing temporarily. They said what they were going to do was, because they had kind of turned the airports, dysfunctional. They had kind of turned the airports into like temporary, healthcare facilities. I mean, they had these huge testing sites inside the airport. It was taking up all the time. So people are stuck inside the airport. So what they decided to do was to stop the testing for a while and then open a site that's outside the airport. Like, oh, problem solved. So now you go through the airport and then you do your test outside. I mean, really, what's the difference? And there's also a federal court challenge to the mandates coming up in September 19th to 23rd at the Federal Court of Canada. So this is actually being taken to court by constitutional lawyers. A lawyer called Eva Chipiuk. There was like 3 lawyers involved. So I hope they don't drop it, because I'm pretty sure this is all going to come back. And so that, hi GTO, temporarily suspended means wait till next time, right? So I hope they don't drop that court case, because I think it is going to become relevant in the fall again. So, after all that, the Liberals were like, no, we're not doing it. The transport minister's like, oh, we're gonna just do a couple things to tweak it. It's gonna be fine. Even our mainstream media, there was an article on CTV News. It's time for the whiners to win and the government to unclog the airports. Because the thing was, it was affecting everyone. It wasn't only affecting the ones who didn't go along with it. But after all that, not only did they not drop it, but they started putting out all these articles. And that the Liberals have given tons and tons of money to our legacy media. They basically just fund them. They fund the CBC. And so then those media outlets pretty much have to say what the Liberal Party wants them to say, lest they lose their funding. So there was a lot of this going around. It's high time that authorities revise definition of fully vaccinated. Because they were saying, well, the 2 doses doesn't last forever. And as more evidence emerges of the efficacy of a 3rd dose, experts say it's high time public health authorities revise the definition of fully vaccinated to include a booster. Okay, whatever, Health Canada decides, is there such a thing as fully vaccinated? It doesn't really make sense if the vaccine doesn't last that long, that you're still considered fully vaccinated. What does it really mean? What does it really mean? if it protects you from hospitalization, but it doesn't do much else. I mean, I don't know. But so they want to include a third dose. So fine, but the problem is they might maybe want to include that for things like the vaccine passport. That's where it gets scary. That you did what you did at the time when we're in crisis. You got your 2 doses. Now they want to change it to 3. They could change it to 4. They could change it to 5. They could change it to whatever they want. Or you become a second-class citizen. You can't travel. I mean, it's possible. So after all that demand for removing, they were starting to float in the media that actually it should be with the 3rd dose. Can you believe it? So I think they'll force it in the fall. I think there's a very good chance all this stuff will come back. I'm going to tell you why. But can you believe it? After all that pressure, Trudeau won't budge. And you know where it's heading by what the media is doing, right? Because you know what the media is influenced by. So they're starting to say, maybe you need a 3rd one. They're getting you ready for that. So it was really looking extremely bleak. I mean, when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, it's going in the wrong direction, I mean, because we're the only country who has this, right? And like I said before, most people have either had the shots or had COVID. So they say there's only 2% of Canadians who are completely naive to COVID and fully susceptible. So this isn't 2020 anymore. I mean, we're halfway through 2022. Yeah, I'm looking at your comments. Yeah, I know. I've been following that too. So here's the thing. The reason that I think that it's not going to completely go away, but please enjoy yourself while you can. If you've got relatives in Canada that you haven't seen and you want to go to Vancouver or you want to go wherever, like this is the time. And I've been super stingy because I haven't been like exactly making a ton of money. So, starting in 2019, I didn't even travel that year because I was trying to pay down my credit card debt. So I didn't go, and boy, do I regret it. That we need to find a balance between like being careful and making sure we don't blow all our money versus like seizing the day and actually living. I feel like that's what the last couple of years taught me. It was like, what was I waiting for? Why didn't I go? I should have gone somewhere in 2019. What a waste. What a wasted opportunity. I should have done it. I'm really glad that I went to Florida and Mexico with Gunnar. Hi, Catherine. Yeah, I know they don't notify. That's why I tell people like, please like um, subscribe to my Patreon. I mean, it requires a donation. It could be as little as $1, but that way I will always notify you personally. Like when I do a live chat or when I post a video, I always put it on Patreon so my patrons know. And plus, you can message me on there too. And I also write extra articles on there. I put some extra info. I mean, I have to be very careful, but I cover some things there that I don't really even get into on YouTube. I definitely give extra links and stuff like that. But yeah, because I don't know what's up with that. I mean, at least I'm not completely shadow banned anymore. It was worse before. Kim Iverson. Okay, I'm going on a tangent, but I'm going to come back to why Canada wants to keep these mandates. Don't let me get lost here. Kim Iverson from The Hill. What happened to her was exactly what happened to me. She had a channel. She was getting like 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 subs per month. That's same as me. I was doing super well, but before this happened. And what happened was they put me in the doghouse, and I couldn't get subs anymore. And then it actually started going in reverse. And it was like for a while, it was like if I got subs, they would the same amount of people would unsub, but it wasn't really people unsubbing because my subs were telling me like, what happened? I got unsubbed from your channel sometimes twice. And I even wrote to YouTube about it because there was a bug that could do that. And they were like, no, your subs button is working okay. But I know it's working okay. Like it'll say that you're subscribed. But what they don't know is that somebody else is, being unsubscribed. And that's what was happening. It was really obvious. It was like that for about 3 years. And then all of a sudden, for the first time in like 3 years, I had a couple months where it went in the green. I had like 50 subscribers for 2 months, 50 extra. The next month it was like 100 gone. So maybe I'm still shadow banned. But Yeah. Anyway, it's messed up. I don't know if it's a bug or it's on purpose or whatever. But anyway, it was exactly the same thing that happened to Kim Iverson. Because it makes you feel like you're crazy. You're like, how is this a bug? Yeah, I mean there have been glitches. Like it even happened to PewDiePie at one point, where every time somebody subscribes to you, you lose one or maybe two subscribers. So the more people sub, the more you actually lose. It happened to PewDiePie at one point a few years ago. Supposedly it was fixed though, but I'm not sure that it was a bug. But yeah, that's what happened to her. But she went and worked for the Hill. Yeah, it was a bug. You guys know about that. And oh, by the way, Aaron got hacked. Speaking of YouTube, though, before I come back to the travel mandates. Yeah, sorry to hear. I know a lot of you have had problems too. Yeah, fixed. I don't know. The bug was fixed. Oh, hi, Scottish Dave. Thanks for subbing. Yeah, Aaron, he got hacked, and it took us a while to figure out like what had happened. He like all of a sudden he was logged out of YouTube and like he couldn't log back in. And I looked up the channel and his channel Police State Radio was gone. Hi Olivier. And well, I said I think you've been hacked because what I heard was there's a scam going around on YouTube right now where it's like these cryptocurrency people. Well, supposedly, I mean they get into a channel, they take down all the channel's vids, and then they put up a video that says, if you send us one Ethereum, we'll send you two back. Yeah, it's a total scam. And then, hopefully nobody falls for it. I can't imagine who would. But they do that. And apparently it's a thing. It's been going around. And then, of course, YouTube gets wind of it and the whole channel gets taken down. And that's what happened to Aaron, my man. He got hacked and somebody changed the name of his channel. See, that's how I figured out that what happened, because he thought he just got taken down. He was like, I didn't break the guidelines. I don't even know what happened. I haven't posted in 6 months. And and he's always been careful. And I was like, oh, but look, when they messaged you, they addressed it to NASDAQ, but your channel is not called NASDAQ. It never has. So I think you got hacked and they changed your channel name. So that's what they do. They get in there, they change the channel name, and then they put all that stuff on there, and then you get taken down. But he got it back. That's the good news. For once, something went right. His channel's back. He did a live chat last night. So just heads up though, like you really have to have two-step on, or you could get totally screwed. And if your channel gets taken down and you notice the name has changed, tell them that you probably got hacked by these crypto people. There was a couple questions there. Wait, ODD got hacked like that? Mr. Obvious got hacked like that too. That's how I found out about it. I found out about it from Mr. Obvious on BitChute. Okay, somebody wants to know what this is. This is a Larimar pendant that I got in Mexico. And it was like one of those jewelry stores like near the beach. And I went in there and I thought, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. It's like this gorgeous blue. It's a little different than turquoise. It's like white and blue. And I was like, should I buy it? It was $60. And in the end, I was like, screw it. I'm on vacation. I'm so glad. I'm so happy I bought it. You guys know I wear it all the time. And I have a whole bunch of these, but this is my favorite. The other question was, am I a teacher? I have a degree in art education. Like I was trained as a community-oriented art education is what I studied, because I didn't want to be in the school system. So yeah, I have that. Plus I did like 2.5 years of the 4-year program in just like a specialization in education. What do I work as? As a home care worker. All that time in university, I'm a lowly home care worker. But it's cool. I like doing it. Yeah. So okay, so let's get back to the you guys have a lot of questions for me. Like I don't mind answering questions, but I also don't want to like go on like a whole ton of tangents. I feel like I have like a tangent problem. Ah, thank you, Royal Calvin. I don't know, but thanks. Sweet of you. Yeah, Dave, I do. Yeah. We have a thing, like we have a thing going. Um, Pictures on the wall. Oh, those pictures? That's from when my mom had to move out of the nursing home. I inherited them. This is Gunner's room, actually. This is his bedroom. He gets to, it's like the king's room here. He has an actual double bed with a headboard. He has a nice cupboard. This is his room. I just have my computer in here because my room is too small. I sleep at the end of the kitchen. It's like, used to be like the dining area, and I just live in there. But I love it though. I'm very happy in there. I call it the beach house because I put all the colors I like, and I put hibiscus garland, and I try to make it look tropical. You brought me off topic. Yeah. Have I been to UK or France? I've been to France. I've never been to the UK. Oh yeah, like with this travel mandate. So I was going in this direction before, and I lost my train of thought. Or I got on a tangent with you guys. Um, I really want to take Gunner on a trip because like I feel so bad for him. It's been 3 years, and he really loves to travel with me. You guys remember the travel videos we did? It was really, really good for us for bonding. It was just like such a special time, and it was so good for him psychologically. And also, I find like it helped him grow as a person, seeing how other people live. It was a lot of personal growth. It like made him more sophisticated, and it made him appreciate what he has. So I want to take him somewhere. And oh my God, you guys, see this? Look at this. This is a letter from my long lost aunt in Germany, my mother's sister. I'm not kidding. Somehow we found her, and she wrote to me. And I'm thinking, maybe I'm going to go see her. I got to find a way to do it. I have to. So yeah, maybe I'll get Gunner out of here. How old is he? He's almost 15. Yeah, Jeff, I should do it. I want to take him to Germany and then sort of bum around, and like I even kind of don't care if he misses some school because if I'm going to go over to Europe, like I have friends over there. I can stay with my aunt. I can go and take the train to another country and stay there with another friend. And if you guys wait, somebody here was from Scotland. Message me. I'm coming over. Yeah, like I gotta find people in Schwenningen. Plus, if I go there, I can talk German with my aunt, which would be such a trip. My son is so impressed because I speak like 4 languages. So wherever I go, it's like I just pull a language out. He's getting good in Russian, though. So we might go over there and he can do the talking for a change. But yeah, I feel like I would be a fool to like not take the opportunity. I feel like I should really go somewhere. I should take my kid because that poor little guy. 3 years. You found an aunt too, GTO? Isn't that cool? But I mean, I knew my aunt. I've known her. It's just we lost track of her. Found my aunt, found my cousins, found my great cousins or whatever, like my cousin's kids and her kids. It's my cousin's a grandmother now. So Christmas in Germany, yeah. I was there once for Christmas. It was so beautiful. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, so let's get back to the serious stuff though here. Oh, you're in Germany? Oh, hey, cool. I'll come visit. I hope you have a guest room and some pretzels. Okay, so here's the thing. The reason put me in a stoner's rave. You guys are so funny. I'm trying to concentrate. Thank you, Olivier. I'm trying to stay on track here so I can give you the bad news. Now I give you the good news. You guys are funny. Okay, so here's the thing, okay? Canada has teamed up with the World Economic Forum for this program, which is called the Known Traveler Digital Identity. You can look it up. It's ktdi.org. And they have a little explanatory video there. And it's basically just what it sounds like. It is digital ID on your phone. And it's like a harmonized digital ID. So it's your passport and all this other stuff. And it's got biometrics, facial recognition, but it's not just a picture. It's got like all the dimensions and the depth of your face. So it's really like foolproof. So this is what they want to introduce now. I mean, at the same time, there's also this ETIAS program in Europe, which I don't know if you know about, but up until now, like if I wanted to get on a plane, go to Italy, Because I'm a Canadian or you're an American, you can just go. You don't need a visa. But as of the end of this year, you're going to need a visa waiver to go to any one of the Schengen countries. So it's a whole bunch of countries in Europe, UK not included, and some of Eastern Europe not included. Now you need to apply for a visa waiver. When you do that, they ask you a lot of personal questions. They want to know your employment situation. They want to know your financial status. You have to prove your financial status. What are you going to do? Show them your bank account, printouts? I mean, what kind of information do they want? They want your health history. I would guess that would include also your vaccination history, your criminal history, and some other things. It's pretty in depth. You can go and look it up, ETIAS waiver. And what it looks like is that eventually that's all going to be digital. So it's not just like your passport, you just walk in, you just show this paper, and that's enough. If you have a criminal history, it's going to get flagged. It's going to come up, right? Like anyone who has a criminal record who tries to go into the States, it's going to come up on the computer. So what do we need all this for? I don't know, but they think that they need it. Oh, maybe so people won't steal people's identities with passport. So now they're going to make it foolproof. But the really weird thing, if you watch the video, you'll see that a person can, they get their plane tickets with this. And of course, they make it sound great, like, oh, you're pre-approved, you're a known traveler, so no problem. It's going to be oh my God, I just thought of something. Problem, reaction, solution. Look at the chaos in the airports that we have. Problem, reaction. Oh my God, this is terrible. We can't do this. Solution. Oh, guess what? We just happen to be working on this thing. It's going to make everything so much easier. Well, that's where they're heading. KTDI.org. So the weird thing is that for some reason you also use it when you book your hotel room. Why? Who does that? What does a hotel room care? All you need is to show up and say who you are and give them a credit card in case you break something. That always worked before. But don't you find it's kind of weird that now once this goes into effect, identity theft is rampant. It's true, but it's more like online though. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it is, and it is scary. It's true, and there's definitely some good points to all that. It is. I mean, it's so bad. I don't want to log into anything. I'm not logged into Facebook or anything on my phone. I'm not logged into bank. Nothing. I don't trust anything. But it's weird though that then when you go to the hotel, you have to use you use this KTDI thing, and it is a bit weird because it is like tracking you also, it's a case of exchanging your liberty for security. That's what we've been doing for like the last 20 years, more and more. We had a lot higher tolerance for risk back in the day. Like we understood that there was risk to doing things, but we were willing to take that risk because the alternative was a complete nanny state, and it's like that with everything. Even the way like people parent their children these days, it's all about, oh, but it's not safe. It's not safe. Like even the playgrounds, you guys know, you're all like in my age group. Remember when we were kids and how like brutal the playgrounds were and how we'd play outside. Nobody's watching us. Well, now everything has to be super safe all the time. People are like really obsessed with being safe. I get it because I want to be safe too, and I want my kid to be safe. But we've gotten such a taste for being safe that we've like lost our tolerance for risk, and so then that can also be, I don't know, taken advantage of or exploited to offer us things that are supposed to make us more and more and more safe. But in the end, if the people that are managing it aren't keeping us safe, then we're totally screwed. And we can hope that they're going to be honorable and keep us safe, but it gives them a lot of power, when all our stuff is digital and it can just be like shut down, and you have to even use it to book your hotel. You better hope that whoever's on the other end of that is a good person. But look at Justin Trudeau. I voted for him the first time. Like I was happy when he got voted, and I made a video and I kind of joked about, I voted for Trudeau and I was happy that Jagmeet Singh was in the NDP, and I made this video, look at our handsome leaders, and I kind of joked about us being communists. Like I put up a picture of communism and the anthem of the Soviet Union. I was joking. Yeah, I'm so liberal. Well, I went to art school, you know. I was joking about like us being communists because I know Americans always think, oh, we're such big commies, but now I'm really starting to worry. Not starting, like I've been like, and I don't even think it's communism. I think it's feudalism. I'm not down with feudalism at all. I'm really concerned because he's not honest. You know, it's awful. Like he's supposed to be a public servant. He's supposed to be, you know, he's an elected official, and he treats us like garbage. Like he doesn't care what we think. He doesn't care how we feel. He doesn't care like all the damage and, you know, I mean, financially, like, yeah, that's nice that he handed out money at a time when people needed it, but he handed out so much money that people didn't want to go back to work. Like the students got so much cash. You guys, I don't know if you realize in the States, like I know you got a little bit over here. They were like handing out thousands of dollars to students. And that, remember when I tried to get my calendar made and he's like, we don't have any labor. Nobody wants to work. They're all on the CERB for absolutely no reason. And now we have to pay it back. Like now there's huge inflation and we're totally screwed. We have a huge debt now. And what I heard from someone was that they want inflation because as the value of the money goes down with inflation, it means that the value of the debt goes down. You see, it's crazy, right? So they create this horrible debt situation with handing out all this money. Everybody gets money. Everybody gets money. It's like Oprah's Christmas special. And then inflate, like hyperinflation, so that the trillions of dollars or whatever that we owe, they're not really worth as much as they were 2 years ago. That's what they said. And I was like, oh, yeah, that kind of makes sense. But I mean, I guess it's good for, you know, maybe the government or the rich people or the country, but we're all suffering, you know. I mean, everything's so expensive. So anyway, this known traveler digital identity program, the pilot partners, it's just a couple. It's World Economic Forum plus Canada and the government of the Netherlands. And the airports that are in the program is the Montreal Trudeau Airport, right where I live, and the Toronto Pearson Airport, and the Schiphol Airport in Amsterdam, and then the air carriers, Royal Dutch Airlines and Air Canada. So it's really, really obvious that we're in a pilot program. We're like in the center of the pilot program for this KTDI. That's what I think is the real reason they will not let this go, because other places have completely like dropped it. And they haven't. All the stuff is still in place. Well, beta test, it's more like they're laying the groundwork, you know. But what kind of luck, you know, like just our rotten luck. Canada and the Netherlands, of all the countries in the world, I had to live in one of them. That's really at the core of rolling out this digital identity stuff, and especially for travel. So the mandates is that, I mean, aside from whatever purpose they serve for public health at the time, why are we keeping them now? The only logical, real explanation I can think of is that this is just an entry point for the digital ID. Like they're working out the kinks right now. And so after all that pushback he got from the travel industry, the public, and even the not the Republicans, what the conservatives, then Trudeau said, oh yeah, and the airports, make sure you're not just looking at the paper or the QR code. Make sure you scan it. They don't want to do any of it. And after all that, he tells them, yeah, you're going to still have it, and make sure you scan it. Yeah, it's important because you need to have that whole system in place with all the scanning and all this QR codes. So crazy. And one other thing, same in Toronto. Yeah. I heard that in Alberta, they're sort of dropping it. Like they weren't doing it. I mean, I'm not there. I don't know for sure, but that's what I heard from people in Alberta. Hi, Eric. Yeah, it's really strange. was it Gunner who was saying to me like that the thing is, oh no, it was my friend Ken was here today, that Canada, we're very, we've like our culture is to be polite. Like it's like, you know how Asians are also like, you know, when you have the stereotype of like a Japanese person that they're like very polite and controlled. Well, it's like we kind of have something like that also here in Canada, like that we're, it's part of our culture to be, it's a vape, Orico, that no, I'm in Montreal. It's our culture to be polite. I mean, we were raised that way. You know, some places it's not like that. Some places people are kind of balls out, like aggressive and stuff, you know, road rage. People, you know what they say? Canadians are the nicest people in the world, except for the French ones. So, like, there's a little hope for Quebec. Actually, it turned out Quebec was the most on board for everything. I've tried to understand why. I thought maybe it was because of like what kind of information they were able to be exposed to, because they're a bit limited because they speak French. Maybe they don't speak English. So they're limited to the Quebec media. It was total propaganda over here. I mean, it was unbelievable. Whereas we can look at media from all over the world if we speak English. I mean, yeah, you can, you know, you can use Google Translate and all that too, but it is harder to find things if you don't, if you only speak French. Although the French media, like, they got into some detail. Amish people, oh my God, yeah. And look at them now, eh? We said, oh, the Amish people, they're living back in history, and they're totally independent. They don't rely on the government for anything. They don't even need gas. They have their own school. They grow their own food. They make their own houses. Who's laughing now, huh? It's the Amish. They're laughing. They need diesel. Well, I know some of them use vehicles like gas vehicles, but a lot of them don't. Now I kind of wish I was Amish. Anyone else? It sounds like a better plan. So there was one more thing about the mandates. Wait, I think the French Canadian spirit is exactly why the hammer came down harder on Quebec. I don't know. There's a funny thing going on right now in Quebec. Like, we've had separatism before, separatists, and I was even on board actually at one point. I was like, yeah, hell yeah, let's separate from Canada. Screw them, you know. And I'm an Anglo, right? Well, I'm like a, my parents are immigrants. I'm not an English, but you know, European. Not like, I kind of get offended when they say Anglo because I'm not really an Anglo, right? European. My first language wasn't even English, but anyway, like I'm not French Canadian, you know. I'm an Anglo. See, Olivier says I'm an Anglo. It's true. I'm an Anglo, but I'm not English, you know. It's not the same thing, right? Actually, I'm more French. Like my mother's French and German, so like it's not cool, you know, when you're like, ah, c'est d'anglaise. And I'm like, ben, je suis française, mais qu'est-ce que tu dis là? Ma mère est française, allemande, c'est pas correct ça. And I get offended. Anyhow, yeah, yeah, I get offended. But yeah, like we have a funny thing going on here because there's been the separatism stuff in the past, but now it's like just like a nationalism. And I understand that they want to protect their culture. Like I get that, but at the same time, like we don't have the resources to run the economy. My first language is German. We don't have the resources here because we don't have enough babies. So like our government convinced us not to have not to have babies, right? Like, well, you know, like this has been the thing for many years. Like have less kids, you have a better life and all that, or save the planet. So we had less kids. So now we need to import. We need to import young people to like fill the jobs. Because on top of having a very low birth rate, we have like the highest high school dropout rate. Yeah, Olivier, I just don't have the energy. I don't know. Well, you come on there, and if you come in my chat, maybe I'll talk in French. But so like I don't know. It's kind of, I mean, we bring in a ton of people. A lot of them are from Europe. We bring in a ton of immigrants, and we kind of have to. Like I live in Montreal. I've lived in a multi-ethnic neighborhood my whole life. So for me, multi-ethnic is normal. Like seriously, if I was surrounded by all white people, I'd be like, what? Like it would be weird for me, you know? I'm totally used to this. But like outside of Montreal, it's different, you know, and I think they're trying very hard to sort of keep the status quo, you know. But I mean, I get it. I love French Canadian. I love Quebec. I want also to protect the French culture and all that, but it's gone to another level. It's become like hostile to people, including me. Like I'm from Quebec. I was born here, but I'm the daughter of immigrants. So I feel like, you know, there's a certain amount of hostility. Like we have a Bill 96, which is tightening up the rules. Like literally, I don't know if you guys know this if you're from the States, but you guys, it's divisions along racial lines. We have a lot of divisions here along language lines. And like you're not allowed to send your children to school in English unless it's grandfathered in because your parents were educated here in English. And that was for elementary and high school. And now they're extending it even to like what would be the equivalent of like a junior college. And it's going to make it super hard for, like, my son doesn't speak French. I've tried, but it's his autism too, but I've tried, but the kid just never became conversational. And and so what's going to happen to him when he graduates high school and he cannot speak French and he cannot get into an English school? It's going to be so competitive for English CJEP, which is like the junior college, that you're going to have like stellar grades, and even then it's going to be hard to get in because they're reducing the amount of places, and you can't get in unless it's grandfather. I mean, it's, you know, so people who have money, it doesn't affect them because they can just go to a school that does that grade 12, like some private schools do that, or they can go to a private CJEP. But for the people, for Anglophones who are economically disadvantaged, trade school, Karen, it includes trade school too. Yeah, because trade school is CJEP level. Yeah. So that's the thing. Like, I can't even just choose to send him to trade school in English. What's he going to do in trade school in French? Yeah. So, and also, one of the things that you could always get service in English in was if you had to go to a hospital, and now they're making it like this is bizarre. Okay, like I understand, like, you know, you got to run your company in French and all that, but then it's like if two employees, like both Anglophones, are having a private conversation, it has to be in French. So you get two people like that don't even speak French properly. Like, Bill, pourrais-tu me passer le stylo sur la table, s'il vous plaît? And he's like, ben oui, Fred. You know, you get two Anglophones speaking French to each other, and they're looking at each other like, what the hell are we doing? You know, it's because the government literally makes you speak French, or your boss can get a fine. Does that seem kind of weird to you? It's like next level. Like, I understand you have to address the customers in French unless they want to speak English. Apparently now you don't have to. If they want to speak English and you're French, and if you don't feel like it, apparently you don't have to give service in English anymore, right? I mean, it seems like, you know, look, if I was working somewhere, I would give you service in any language I know. Oh, thank you so much, not to tease, Prime Minister. Oh yeah, you know, like maybe I'll do a good job. Vote for me. It seems weird, doesn't it, to force people to speak a certain language in private. I mean, yes, you're at work, but you cannot speak English in the lunchroom. What do you think? Isn't that kind of like excessive? So we have English hospitals and we have French hospitals, but now they're going to make it that the English doctors in the English hospitals are going to have to speak French to each other at work. Like if the patient is English, the doctor can still speak to them in English if they want it. But what, you know, like if you're doing a heart surgery and French is not your best language and it's not their best language, and you're like, Dr. Rosenberg, pouvez-vous me passer le couteau, s'il vous plaît, tenez la peau ici pour moi. Non, pas comme ça, là-bas. And Rosenberg is like, excusez-moi, Dr. Dr. Schmidt, je ne comprends pas. I mean, what kind of chaos? Like, who does that? To me, it doesn't make any sense. So this is the thing. It's kind of weird. It's sus, as my son would say. It's a bit sus. Now they're forcing English people to speak French to each other at work. even in the operating room. I think it's a bit crazy. I don't think that's threatening the French language. Something else is going on here. You want to know what I think it is? I think that Legault is really clever, or he's got some clever people working for him, and he knows what buttons to push in the population. So, like, for example, he did all kinds of stupid stuff, blew all kinds of money, put all kinds of dumb restrictions that didn't make sense. Thank you so much, Jessica. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. He did all this stuff, okay? And then it looks like, oh, this guy's got to be in the toilet after this one. I mean, who could survive that politically? I mean, really, it was bad here. Quebec was completely, like, totally screwed up. With the curfew, too, right? And then what does he do to get reelected? He gives everybody $500. And I mean, I guess there's enough low-income people out there somewhere in the région that are just like, ah ben oui, j'ai eu mon 500 piastres, you know, je vote pour lui encore. Like, I mean, what? They're going to vote for him because he gave 500. It's like, forget everything else, you know? It's a bit like your abusive boyfriend who, like, give you a really hard time. And then he's like, here, I bought you some flowers. That's what François Legault is doing, as far as I'm concerned. And then he's like, I'm going to give you another $500 because I like you so much. Thanks for your support. Can you believe it? What? He gave them $500. It's only for the lower income people. He got their votes. Didn't get mine. I probably got the 500. I don't even know. I didn't even notice. I don't even care. I'd seriously rather not have the 500. I'd rather he didn't do that and didn't bribe people. He literally bribed Quebec into voting for him again. And then he pulls up this French stuff because that's what they do every time. They want to grab more votes from the région. They bring up this nationalism stuff, this language stuff. I mean, meanwhile, take a look at our roads. It's like, what do you call it? Anyway, oh, thank you so much, Eric. Thanks, I appreciate it. Gas money. Our roads are like the laughing stock of Canada. We have the worst roads. You guys, seriously, if you're vaxxed and you can come up here, it's worth the trip just to see how bad our roads are. You would not believe the freaking roads in Quebec. It's a running joke. It's a running joke about how many cones we have. You cannot get from point A to point B without, like, cones interfering. Let me tell you, just today, okay, I went to Costco. I came back. I can't get into the street that I need to get into my garage, full of cones. They're doing some tarring. Finally, I did get through there. They let me squeak by on the side. I get to the alley I need to get in. There's another truck in there. And on the entire way to bringing Gunner to school, it's full of cones. I mean, it's like ridiculous. Somebody made a picture of the moon and it's got cones on it. And it said something like, this was the road to get back to Quebec, you know, and you're on the moon, you still have cones. I mean, it's crazy. So the reason our roads are full of cones all the time, I mean, it's nuts. Come up here. You guys want to see, like, the closest to the third world, I think, as far as roads go. You got to see Montreal roads. Maybe I should just take a video and, like, show you the roads. It's ridiculous. And they do these roads every year. Let me tell you why. Because it's a mafia thing. So our government here is so crooked. They're like doing deals with the mafia all the time. And this has been, like, brought into the open. It's not like a conspiracy theory. It's been busted before. They have this thing where they bid for contracts, right? So, like, for construction contracts, road contracts, the mafia uses those contracts to launder money. So like Italian mafia. So they want those construction contracts and they hire, like, a whole bunch of people. They take forever to do the job, whatever, right? I mean, no, they're not all Italians. Like, most of them are French doing the work, but apparently it's got something to do with the mafia. It's like a running joke. Look up Sugar Sammy. He talks about this stuff too. He does jokes about, like, our construction mafia and all that stuff. So what they were doing, this got, like, totally exposed, was they would pay politicians. They would bribe them. Here's $100,000 for you, so you give us the contract for $5 million. So they were, like, giving them money under the table to make sure they get the contract, and they do a bad job. Then the next year they have to do the whole thing again to get another 500, put all the cones back out. It's so crazy. So When we went to the protest in Ottawa, my son, he had never seen anything like this. We're driving on these horrible Quebec roads, like you feel like you're going to die. There's huge potholes. It's like, how can you even drive on this? As soon as it crosses into Ontario, it's like Switzerland. Everything is clean, everything's neat, the road is smooth. And Gunnar was like, what? He's never been there before. Yeah, anyway, like, I don't think they manage things very well around here. Something weird is going on. And so now these people have more power than ever. It's kind of a scary thing. Yeah, it's an advance kickback. Yeah, here's the money. Give us a contract. It's so shady here. I used to like that in a way. I used to like that Quebec was like a mafia / Hells Angels place because it was like everybody just did whatever they wanted and like everybody left you alone. Because I kind of don't like the whole I don't like the nanny state. Like everybody's so prim and proper in Ontario and everything's all perfect and clean and don't litter, not that I litter, but it was just this. I like the fact that there was a bit of urban decay and people just let everybody you just do what you want. Nobody's going to bother you. Right. Because I'm a libertarian. But the scary thing is that these same corrupt people that like let us do whatever we wanted before, now it's like they've taken total control. And then on top of it, they're using this nationalism stuff to get votes. Plus they just bribe people. So that's the deal here. So there was one more thing about why the travel mandates. I went on a huge tangent, but I kind of enjoy the tangents with you guys because I like to read your comments. I mean, part of me wants to like stay on topic, but also I really like to see you guys and to sort of chit chat with you. The Masonic Temple. Oh, we have some here too. Yeah. It's crazy too. There's a daycare in the basement of the Masonic Temple. Like I wouldn't send my kid there. What goes on in the basement? Hi, nature lover. Hey, Vicky. Oh my God. Vicky lives in Hawkesbury and I'm going to go see her this summer. And we're going to have to make some videos. So Trudeau's IQ is 110. I don't know. I mean, somebody writes his speeches. I think he's like literally a puppet. Or maybe not. Maybe he's really a crazed dictator. I don't know. I think he's like a World Economic Forum puppet. So anyhow, here's the reason. This is like a big sort of red flag that none of this is going to go away anytime soon. Hey, Vicky, you can go to Disneyland now with the kids. You have to find a way to get over there. She has a lot of kids. Take all the kids and go to Florida. Okay, it was Economic and Fiscal Update 2021, budget.gc.ca. So it's from Canadian government. So on page 13, it says the government proposes to provide 37.4 million over 3 years, starting in 2021 to 2022, to Transport Canada to support the implementation and oversight of this vaccine mandate for federally regulated air, rail, and marine employees and passengers. $37.4 million over 3 years. Okay. So that doesn't look like they're going to get rid of it anytime soon. I'm pretty sure it's just a temporary reprieve because that's a lot of money. Like they're heavily invested. I explained to you it's because this known traveler digital identity. Believe and achieve. No, well, the US has their own rules for not letting people in who are not jabbed, unless I guess you have a religious exemption. But yeah, no, apparently not the US. But you could like meet whoever it is you want to meet. Like you have to meet in Mexico, like go over the border, meet in Tijuana or something. I mean, at least you're not trapped in here, so it's a step in the right direction. Yeah, Vicky, take that road trip, man. Take the kids. Get them on a plane. Oh my God, I can just imagine the chaos, Vicky. Yes, you can fly to Mexico. Believe and achieve. You can. Take Aero Mexico. They don't ask for anything. And Mexico doesn't care. Yes, you can fly to Mexico. And you can fly to Europe too. Now's the time. Wouldn't go to Cuba though. I know somebody went to Cuba and like apparently it's pretty The situation is pretty dire over there. It was dire when I was there in 2017. It was kind of a downer, actually. I was freaked out. Was that 2016? Oh my God, the time goes so fast. Ottawa Fro! Oh my God, hi. It's Tyrone. Love Mexico. Come to Michigan. Yeah, I don't know if I come to Michigan. Sorry about all the noise. It's the trucks. They're working on the cones out there. Is there any country not doing this mandate crap? Yeah, like every country. Like no country. Only the US like to come in. I don't know about Australia. I mean, yeah, some of them they still have it to come in. Most of the European countries have dropped it. Germany won't let you enter? Oh my God, no, my aunt's in Germany. Yeah, Australia eased up. I know Max Egan, he got out. He went to Mexico. Good for him. He didn't have to go through all that hell. And I was really happy when I saw that. Somebody asked me if I want to leave Canada, but it's like, no, it's complicated. I mean, you guys know I'm like, me and Aaron were like joined at the hip, and you have no idea. Wait, no, you might have an idea of like how complicated. Just go watch our videos from our vacation from last year. A funny hobo video. Oh my God, that's my favorite. My favorite is making funny hobo videos. I did make a couple of Anita videos. I just didn't get around to editing them. But I should have something, I'm going to post that at some point. I also think I had COVID again. Just like Justin Trudeau. We have something in common. I don't know if I had it or not, but I had 2 positive tests. And I made a video about it, so you guys can come stop in. Hobo Sonia. I'm not so good at being a hobo. Wait, yes, like with the backpack, I want to do hobo travels with Gunner. I want to take him to Europe. Stop sleeping with your Timbits in the air. It wasn't my Timbits. I think, wait, no, it was like Gunner and like all the kids at school. They all got something. They were all coughing, and then I got it. I don't want to tell you the whole story now because I want you to be able to like watch the video and like find out what happens. I never really know. I had the flu or the COVID or the flu vid. I had the flu vid. It's going around. Amazing Polly, yeah, of course. She's an OG, man. She's really great. She's so smart. Timbits. Getting COVID once a month now. I don't know. I mean, look, Laura is a freaking cockroach, man. She works in the COVID ward. And she had it last summer. And she's been working there with the COVID patients this entire time. Well, actually, no, she's not in the COVID ward now. She was. She's in geriatric ward. Might as well be a COVID ward because all the geriatric patients, they all get COVID. And all her, like about a third of her colleagues, and they're all vaccinated, they all got COVID. She never got it. She's around them like all the time. She's around COVID people every day. She doesn't catch COVID. She got it last summer. She was sick for 1 day. She didn't even know what it was. And I think she had it in 2020. So whatever she had in 2020, it seemed she was sick that time. And it seemed to help her because when she got it in 2021, it was really not that bad. And then she didn't even get it. And I think that she's like boosting her immunity by being around them all the time. Maybe that's what it is. But I don't know because she's got colleagues that get it every single year. Oh, thanks for your comments. You guys rock my world too. She smokes? Yeah, Lara smokes. It's a bad girl. Yeah, she smokes and she doesn't get the COVID. I don't know. And when she gets it, it's like nothing. Where's my rabbit? Wait, where is he? You guys want to see my rabbit? Okay, now we're at the end. This is the thing, eh? It's like I come in here and I'm like, you guys have really important news. Like, here, let me tell you all the details. This is super important stuff with our country. Like, our freedom is at stake. And then in the end, it's like, hey, you want to see my rabbit? Hi, Candy. Hi, Matt. Vape Nation. Yeah, well, at least I don't smoke anymore, right? You guys want to see my rabbit? Yeah, Lara has tattoos. I know she's a super badass. Vicky's a badass too. Vicky, do you have tattoos? I didn't see any. Crazy Rabbit Lady? I did that. Look at it. Well, I don't know if you can find it on my channel. Yeah, do a search on my channel. I did like a couple videos with Crazy Rabbit Lady. Do I have PayPal? Yeah, I do. Actually, if you go on my channel on the banner, on the bottom right of the banner, there's a little PayPal button. I don't even know my PayPal. Like, I don't know the name of it or like the address or whatever. I'm so disorganized. But yeah, it's there. And thank you if you want to donate. I appreciate it. Okay, you guys want to see my rabbit? All right. I'll go get the rabbit. Okay. I'll go get him. Hold on. Oh. Where's Mo? Oh. Okay. Here he is. Look at this crazy thing. How is this even possible? Oh, he's so fuzzy. You know what? He's a spirit. He's a little soul. He's a soul. It just went into a rabbit. Look at him. Isn't he cute though? Stu. Yeah. Maybe my next rabbit will be Stu. This one's Mo. Gunnar likes to say it's short for Mohammed because nobody names a rabbit Mohammed. He looks like a bear. Yeah, I know. But he bites though. He's a bit of an asshole. Yeah, he's so cute, but he's been kind of like feisty and ornery since the day he was born. Oh, but he's so cute. He's so cutie. I'll put him here. Live rabbit. I'll aim it down a bit. Oh, he sheds a lot though. It gets all over my face. You can't find it? Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm terrible with stuff like that. Like, I'm like the worst because I'm just, it's a problem with artists. Like, we're all about just creating and like forget about the money. Like, we never get. But it's there somewhere. I mean, you could donate on my Patreon. I do have Patreon. You can donate for like 1 month and then just not donate again. Wait. Hold on a second. I'm gonna look on where's my channel? Scottish Dave. Okay, yeah, no, it's there. Okay, you see on my channel, like I guess maybe if you're on a desktop, on my channel, there's a banner, and on the bottom right it says Facebook, and then there's an orange button for Patreon, and there's a blue button for PayPal. Let me know if you see it. Yeah, he has stuff stuck to him. It's his litter. Do I still make colloidal silver? I haven't made it in a while, but I still have a bit. It's true. I don't get all the money if it's YouTube. It's true. I'm not sure what percent they take. But I mean, it's okay. But I mean, Patreon is the best because I do get to keep most of that. I mean, they take a really small amount. It's like, it's like PayPal takes a tiny little bit. Patreon is it's good because you can also like message me there and stuff like that and read all my extra stuff. Do I have a bunny outfit? What, for me or the rabbit? 30%. Yeah, maybe it is. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, but it's there. It's there on the banner. Just see. I just looked at it. It's definitely there on the banner. So let me show you Mo. I'll show you how big he is. I'm just afraid he's gonna bite me because he's like that. Oh, look at him. He's so huge. Look, this is a luxury rabbit. Extra large. So cute. Sheds like crazy though. Oh, that little face. He looks kind of worried. Oh, my little guy. The little guy. What a mess. Isn't he a mess? Where's the banner? Like when you go on my channel. Like when you go on the channel itself. Like youtube.com/thetruthergirls. I'm gonna have to like figure something out. I mean, I really appreciate that you guys. What? There's a warning on my video? Oh yeah, but I mean, Get the latest information from Health Canada on COVID. They're going to tell you Prime Minister Trudeau has COVID. That's what I just told you. They can tell you the same thing I just told you. They're going to tell you they lifted the travel mandates. Well, that's what I told you. Oh, well, yeah, because I'm talking about it. But I mean, that's the news for Canada, you know. I didn't say anything bad about it. I just told you it's all from the mainstream. I have all my tabs open. Oh, well, whatever. Whatever. No, yeah, I don't even have online banking. Oh, stop. Dangerous by Skynet. What do you mean, Olivier? Now you're gonna make me paranoid and be up all night and be like, oh my god, Skynet. What's Skynet, first of all? I don't even know. Did Skynet say, oh yes, there's this woman in Montreal called Sonia. She does YouTube. She talks about COVID. She should shut her mouth. She's a threat. Yeah, they've got this Skynet terminate. Oh, right. It's like a government thing. Okay, well, thanks, Dave. Thanks. I appreciate it. Um, yeah, like they have this new bill they're trying to ram through in the parliament. He's very kissable, but very free. To like totally restrict what we have access to. Like the government is literally going to decide what we're allowed to watch. It's not going to be very much. Does Mo like being held? He does, but like because I have to brush him and like plush him a lot, take out all this extra fur so he doesn't swallow it. He kind of associates me with like having his fur like tugged at, so he's a bit skittish around me. He's just like that. You know what? Let me show you my other rabbits though, because there's more, and they're actually really nice, and I've never showed them to you. Monkeypox season, yeah, right. I know they said it was like associated with gay men, and it's like just right in time for Pride. But they're vaccinating a lot of people here in Montreal. Maybe they're going to get it right this time. Nip it in the bud. I don't know. Yes, I have other rabbits. Yes, they're messy. Very messy. Hold on. I'll be back. I'll show you my rabbits. Okay. Did you talk amongst yourselves while I was getting my rabbit? So this one, this is Gunner's rabbit Rosebud. She is the sweetest thing. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, she's got the vampire eyes. Thanks. That's my mother's German cupboard. It says 1774 on it. It's nice. I love that thing. Yeah, so this is little Rosebud. She's look how small she is, eh? Compared to Mo. Mo was like all the way over here. Yeah, parrot rabbit. Yeah, look. Look. Parrot rabbit. Can you fit? She can fit. Okay, don't fall. Come here, parrot rabbit. Whoops. Anyway, she's a good girl. This is Gunner's personal rabbit, and he sleeps with her every night. He needs her to put him to bed. She lives in my room, and he has to take her to bed. Yeah, she looks like a parrot. Eh? Isn't she cute? Look at her cute little face. Um, he needs her in his bed to go to sleep, and then I have to go and get her, which is why I never get any sleep because I have to wait till he's like I have to put him to bed, and then I have to wait until my husband. He does the same thing, Frederick. In case you're wondering, he does the same thing I do. Yeah, I give him the rabbit. He goes to sleep with it, and then I have to come and get her. And then she lives in my room, and then she hops up on my bed, and she lies down next to my feet and stretches out like a dog on my bed. She stretches out in my bed. She sleeps with me, and sometimes she jumps on me in the night, wakes me up. I have two other rabbits though. Yeah, I made an Anita sketch. I made it. Well, I mean, I have a little episode that's just about ready where Anita goes to the the reservation. Anita goes to Ganasatagi to try to reconnect with nature, but she screws it up. Yes, they're all litter box trained. Thank God, makes my life a little easier. But the problem is like the fluff that's in the litter box, they track it everywhere. So she's a really good girl. She's extremely affectionate, and she licks us. She goes. She's always licking. Yeah, she's really sweet. This was the first one that we got, and then I got Mo after because I saw him and I was like, oh, he's so beautiful. But then he turned out to be such a brat. But she's very, very cuddly. Like you can put her here; she's not going to bite your jugular. I wouldn't trust Mo around my neck. So yeah, she's pretty small, compared to Mo. I have two other ones. I'll have to show them to you next time. Oh, she's like 7. They're all about 7, 7.5. I'm gonna put her away and then I'll come say goodbye. Or maybe I'll say goodbye to you now. Yeah, I have 4 in total. Yeah. Yeah. You put a dollar sign too. Yeah, rabbits. You have to keep feeding them. Actually, the grocery store was cool because they would give me like all the garbage vegetables. I got a connection at the grocery store, so I get some of the garbage. So I mean, look, that's it. About the mandates being lifted and Trudeau having the COVID, and this is where we're at. I'm gonna try to. I think I'm gonna have to take advantage of it. Like it's hard for me to leave Aaron. I have to find somebody to take care of him, and it's complicated. Like paying them and everything. It's just like it's a whole big hassle, and then plus quarantine when you get back, more hassle. But I feel like I have to think of Gunner too, and I think Gunner could really use some travel. I'll have to do something. And anyway, like I might as well rack it up on my credit card because pretty soon our money won't be worth anything anyway. And then like my debt will be worth hardly anything, right? And then we get a debt forgiveness program. I think I might as well just do something. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I don't know. I've been to Mexico. Like I went a few times. Yeah, I miss my travel vids too. I want to take him across the pond. I want to take him over to Europe. I hope they let me in Germany because my aunt, my long lost aunt that I found, wrote to me. I want to go over there, so we'll see. Yeah, my passport's good. Are you guys gonna travel? Yeah, I don't need to go to the passport office, thank God. So are you all heading out somewhere? Not for you, Olivier. You took all those shots for nothing. At least go over the border, go to Plattsburgh. Do some shopping. Um, just looking at your comments. Yeah. Uh, oh yeah, if I do go somewhere, it's gonna have to be like at the end of August. He's gonna be at this camp all summer. He's gonna be like a kind of like a junior counselor. I'm trying to get him to get a jump start on his resume. He was a gardener last year, so this year he's gonna be at this camp. So the more work experience, the better, especially if he can't get into trade school because he doesn't speak French. But he's doing well though. He's doing so well. I'll have to do a live sometime and bring him on. Hi, Bubba. I was just about to wrap it up. It's always like about this amount of time, eh? And I really enjoy just chit chatting with you guys. Like, I hope you don't mind if it's not just all news. It's more fun. Did you guys subscribe to my BitChute? I always put the links under my videos. I didn't put a whole ton of stuff on there, but it's good, like so you don't lose track of me in case. So I'll show you my other rabbits next time. But yeah, I might still post like a mini video covering this topic without all the tangents. And coffee, Vicky, it's like the middle of the night. How much is coffee at Costco? Like $15 for like a huge bag. So I guess that's it. Yeah, I've got yeah, my next video. I'm going to post it on Thursday. I try to upload Tuesday and Thursday. Oh, yes. I'm so silly. I forgot another thing. Yes, Tuesday and Thursday. I'm trying to stick to it. So I think that if I don't always make it on here, I'll just maybe I'll just go live and like just give you the whole wrap and like stay on here for an hour and a half like I do. And it's fun talking to you guys. But I have a video. I'm going to post it on Thursday about how I got the COVID again. I seriously don't know what happened. If anything, it seemed more like COVID this time because oh well, I don't want to give it away. You'll have to see the video. I'm not going to ruin it. I'm going to give you the spoiler. And oh hey Rupert, oh my god, hi. Go check out his channel too, Rupert. He makes good videos. And oh, I'm so tired now. I have to go to bed. Gunnar kept me up way too late last night. So yes, the COVID video, and I have an Anita video. I've got to put that up. Oh, and I started working out. So I'm doing like an over 50 fitness challenge. So my whole first week, I kind of vlogged a little bit every day, trying to go to the gym every day. I'll let you know what happened. There was kind of some drama in my week. And I'll put something together about the travel mandate thing. That'll be a lot more concise, if people just want that without all the extra chit chat. I'm trying to think, was there anything else I wanted to tell you before I leave? I guess that's it. Reefer McIntyre? No, I don't know her. It's like a pot channel or something. Hi, Chrissy. Somebody's Facebooking me. Canada is low-key crazier than the US lately. It's totally crazier. Well, not the people, but our government. It was crazy though, Rupert. Like during the winter, it was like people were rabid. It was so polarized. It was scary. It was so crazy, man. People were like tinderbox. Like you'd go in the grocery store and like people would almost like explode and fight with each other because somebody didn't have their mask on right or some nonsense. Like it was so crazy. You just wanted to just stay away from everybody. Just keep. People were so wound up tight. Usually Canadians are polite, right? We're nice to each other. But it was like, if your cart came like this, the person would be like, oh, like they get mad right away. It was horrible vibes. Everybody was so tense. It's a lot better now. Even last summer, it was very tense. Now it's like I'm very sensitive to like people's vibes. Last summer, I went out and I was like, it feels like, I don't know, it's not right. Like they set up like a hamster playground with stuff in the street for people to do because they didn't want them to go in or they couldn't go in. But it's just bad vibes all around. Yeah, wait for the food. Yeah, I know. Oh, I'm doing less with more every day. I wonder what's going to happen with all that with the food. It's so crazy. Like the whole thing, it doesn't have to be like this. US is off the chain. What do you mean? I think there's like it's super tense in the USA. There's all kinds of crazy stuff happening all the time. Like we just hear that about you guys. Like we hear about like the crazy like things that happen down there, and it's just like, oh my god, America's so dangerous. Yeah, what's going on in the UK? I don't even really know. Oh, I seen what's her name? Not Kate. Wait, was it Kate Middleton? Was it her? The kid, Prince Louis or whatever, and he's like super expressive. I saw this thing on Facebook, like all his expressions that he makes, and I was like, oh, this is going to be the Hunter Biden of the royal family. The little fucker. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like it does seem like the US is scary, but who knows? Maybe it's not. Maybe we're just like getting a bad impression. It just seems like a tinderbox. I'm gonna try to get Gunnar out of here and take him overseas and go visit our friends in Europe. I'm gonna have to do something. I can't just stay here another summer, another winter. You guys, I don't know if you know, but like in the beginning, like early days of my channel, I had this one video where the first time I was able to leave, I think I was here. Well, let's see. Gunnar was born in 2007, so it was in 2009. And I've been with Aaron since 2004, and I'd been his caregiver for like 5 years or something. And I had never been able to leave because I could never have anybody replace me. Well, I guess except when I was pregnant, but it was like long term. But it's really hard to find someone just for a weekend, you know. And I got on the bus to Massachusetts, and when I got on the bus, I cried because it was like I had been stuck here. I couldn't go anywhere, you know. And and then like I didn't go anywhere for a few years, and then when Gunnar was 6, I got somebody who could take over for me when I left. That's why I started traveling with him, and I did that for like, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, like maybe 4 years or something like that. 4 or 5 years. No, maybe even 6 years, like several years in a row. Oh no, the first time he was 7, we went to Florida. Yeah, like we started doing that. It was just like so important to us because other than that, like we were just stuck all the time, stuck here. I mean, it's complicated. You see my videos from last year, the vacation videos, you'll know what I mean. Sometimes I need, yeah, Lincoln, you understand. Like I have to sometimes just go with Gunnar, even though I don't like to leave Aaron behind, but it's for Gunnar's sake also. Like I need to be able to just give him my full attention and just take him somewhere. And, you know, because you guys saw like last year when we were in Quebec, sometimes I just want to take him somewhere and have him just, yeah, me too though. No, I adore Aaron. I don't mind, but sometimes I need to like just take Gunnar and do something. And I told Aaron I'm going to take him somewhere. And I'm just going to deal with whatever when I get back while I have the chance. Thank you, nature lover. So I hope you guys also take advantage. I told you we're going to have a good summer. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that, you guys? Hey? And we are going to have a good summer. Well, thanks a lot for coming in the chat. Yeah, Olivier, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I know. Vicky, need the cash. You get the cash. Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to have a good summer, and then we'll deal with all the chaos in the fall when it comes. Hi, Rosie. Oh, you too, eh? Yeah. But I mean, you know, like it's not like I'm doing that 24/7, but it's just more the responsibility of it. Like he needs me, you know? Yeah, Italy. I don't know if they'll have me, but I'll go where they'll take me. Yeah, I wish I could bring him with me, but I mean, it's, oh my God, it's really complicated. Like he literally just has a lot of needs. It just changes the whole equation. But what I might do is while Gunner's at camp, I could do a vacation with Aaron. Like I could do one with him and take care of him, but it's hard for me to like attend to 2 people's different needs at the same time. And at the same time, Gunner and Aaron like to be together. So, but I mean, sometimes I just need to just do something by myself, you know? Yeah. But I think Aaron's is going to be okay with it if I do that. I don't know if I can go to Florida. I wish I could. Anyway, someone out there from Europe want me to come and stay with them, let me know. I'll do the tour. Okay, well, I'm gonna bring him, Vicky. I'm gonna bring him to your place. Okay, well, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna put baby to bed, but it's been really nice chatting with you guys. And well, have a good night. I guess I'm gonna end it here. Bye, guys. Thank you.